Right, a little bit of a disclaimer. I got nearly every fucking fight wrong, okay? So I'm not one to listen to for prediction advice because apparently I don't know shit. I got one card wrong and all of a sudden I'm a bad predictor. But either way, we're going to go through the entire event, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. Let's go through the entire thing right now, real quick. Okay, I want to get this pain out of the way, like ripping off a fucking plaster off my arm. Starting with the early prelims, Jack Shaw, I knew he was going to win. I even put my 100%er on. Every time I make a prediction video, I usually have a 100%er on a card that I think is guaranteed going to win. I've been talking about Jack Shaw before he was even signed to the UFC. Guys can credit me for this in my, if you know what I do. Jack Shaw, absolute beast. He's the future. You're talking about Noel Hernandez, guy who gave Marlon Vera a tough time. Chito Vera had a tough time with Noel Hernandez on short notice. And Jack Shaw comes in there and completely dominates him. A UK grappler? I'm sorry, what? They don't exist. Jack Shaw must be an immigrant. I'm calling it right now. He's not even Welsh. I guarantee you. There's no way you can be from the UK and be a good grappler. It doesn't make any sense. But Jack Shaw dominates a guy who gave a top 20 guy in the UFC a real run for his money on short notice. So Jack Shaw's the truth. Mark Jacasey versus Lando Venata. I picked Lando Venata. Yeah, got calf kicked twice. Can't walk after that, and you can't do anything after that either. So, yeah, them calf kicks. Some guys have the shins for them. Some guys don't. If you have the shins for them, you should be throwing them because you genuinely only have to land about 2 or 3, and you kind of just win the fight. Mark Jacasey just took apart that leg on the calf kick with like 3 of them, and then after that it was just a sitting duck for Lando Venata, and Mark Jacasey even winning some grappling exchanges because hard to triangle someone when your leg isn't split in half. So yeah, Mark Jacasey got a good win. Well done. I'm proud of my English brother. I definitely didn't pick against you. Mark Jacasey versus someone else at lightweight, probably a Jim Miller would make sense, a Clay Guida, someone like that. That's what these guys should be looking for at lightweight. If you're on a win streak, look to call out some of these older guys that are still around, that have big names that you can maybe build your way up off of. Because if you're fighting Jim Miller or Clay Guida, you're on the main card, whoever you are. You know what I'm saying? And they're quite easy wins if you're good enough. Macy Chiasson fucked over every single person's parlay who bet on this card. She can't grapple. She's a girl with a shaved head, and we fell for that. We really did fall for that. She's a girl with a shaved head. And usually if you have a shaved head in the female divisions of MMA, you're at least top 3. Okay? You're talking Andrade, Gedalia used to be up there, Nunes. You shave your head, you're going to be on a surefire straight line right to the title shot. Macy Chiasson isn't one of them girls. Lena Landsberg outgrinded her in the ground. Don't bet on women's MMA. Brandon Davis versus Giga Chikadze. Weirdest fucking decision ever because they got it wrong. The judges that are paid thousands to be there for one night of a weekend can't count up 3 numbers together. Can we get a calculator on the judges' desk? Is it going to come to that? Okay? Are the judges that brain damaged that they're going to need a calculator on the judges' desk? At least make them Asian. You know, moving on anyway. Brandon Davis, I picked him to win. He lost. I thought he was going to be able to out-wrestle the guy, Giga Chikadze. I thought he did enough, but Giga Chikadze got the win. I don't mind. It could have gone either way. You know what I'm saying? I think Brandon Davis got takedowns, but he didn't do a lot with them. So, depends what you see. I think Giga Chikadze definitely is okay with getting a win. If he wants to fight a guy like Sean O'Malley next, if UFC wants to give Sean O'Malley a stand-up guy, this is your guy. So maybe Sean O'Malley versus Giga Chikadze is next, but it's a featherweight. So never mind. I'm stupid. I'm retarded. Don't listen to a word I say. Ever. Because I'm dumb. Sahar Bahadazada versus Ismail Nurdiev. I picked Nurdiev to win. He got the win. Thank God. Nurdiev's a real fucking deal. He did struggle with a wrestler in his first ever UFC fight, but he seems to have closed that gap. Bahadazada just has he has like a chance at winging a big shot and KOing you stiff. And when you play that chance, you're not going to get that chance all the time. You're not going to get that reward all the time of just swinging hard and hopefully landing big shots. Nurdiev gets a win by decision. The Chirico versus Muradov. A lot of people were hyping up Muradov. I thought the Chirico won. I know a lot of guys thought the Chirico won. Muradov was definitely winning on strikes, as in, like, he definitely outstruck Chirico. But Chirico was battering his fucking ass around the octagon with overhands. Like, literally clipping him and stunning him over and over and over again, multiple times in a round. Go and watch my replay to that fight. I was reacting to the whole fight on my Fight Companion. Crazy. Okay? Crazy. Chirico should have won. I'm going to get a lot of loyal fans of Mahmoud calling me a retard. I'll take the retarded comments. Okay? To Chirico, in my opinion, won. John Phillips versus Amedovski. Okay, guys. I'm not one for conspiracy theories, yeah, but I think recently the UFC has been a little bit strange. This fight started... By the way, the main card was supposed to start in my time at 7 p.m. This fight started at 5 to 7, and Amedovski came out there and did something that he has never done in his entire life and started swinging like a retard against John Phillips. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, guys, but they needed to start the main card at 7. And it was 5 to 7, and they couldn't have this going 15 minutes. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it seems too good to be true. They were behind on schedule, and Akhmedov, who I picked, went out there and swung like a retard and gave John Phillips his only chance to win. John Phillips is 0-3 in the UFC before this. The only way John Phillips wins is if you stand in front of him and swing like that. And that's what Akhmedov done straight away. And John Phillips get the win. And they cut his Octagon interview short as well. So I don't know what I'm trying to suggest here, but I feel like I've been fucked over. I picked Amedovski, he lost. I went against the Welshman, never again. Nicholas Dalby versus Alex Oliveira again. I'm no conspiracy theorist. The fight should not have been stood up in the third round. Oliveira was landing punches while the ref stood them up, and it gave Dalby the third round. If Oliveira stayed on top, which he most likely would have for the rest of that round, he was in half guard. He was even in a bit more deep half at least. Even in a bit more side control. I don't know what it was. It might have been side control. Landing elbows, landing punches. The ref was like, no. Dalby's from Copenhagen. We're going to have to stand this one up. Go on, Dalby. Have another chance. Dalby gets the win. I'm glad. Dalby versus Mike Perry would be good, I guess. Alex Oliveira should probably go to Bellator. He's lost 3 in a row now. Yeah. I thought Oliveira could have won if they didn't stand it up like that bullshit shit in the fucking... I don't know why I said shit twice. In the third round. But either way, well done, Nicholas Dalby. I'm wrong again. Speaking of being wrong, Mikhail Oleksiejczuk gassed out and goes from fucking up OSP's world with brutal combinations to not being able to survive the second round and getting Von Prue choked. And it should be called a Von Prue choke because it's literally, he's the only guy who does it. So I don't care about Von Flu choke. It should be a Von Prue choke. Let's make that a movement from now on. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk has no cardio for a guy who literally, I'm not joking, doesn't cut weight to make 205. He doesn't cut weight. So all this weight cutting equals good cardio or bad cardio is an absolute lie. He should be cutting to middleweight, and apparently if he does that, he's going to be able to run a marathon. So Mikhail Oleksiejczuk let me down again. OSP gets a submission. Cutelaba KO's Rountree. I was originally picking Cutelaba. On my first video I did on this, I picked Cutelaba by KO in the first round. I said Rountree can't grapple, he hasn't got a good chin, and Cutelaba's going to catch him when he goes for a leg kick and sort of capitalise and get the KO. I predicted that. Then I watched a few videos called Bangkok Ready Rountree on YouTube, and it kind of started to sway my mind. Then I was listening to JRE clips on my earphones at work, and it auto played a video of Joe Rogan listening and talking about Khalil Rountree. And my mind was changed for the wrong. And Rountree gets KO'd because he can't fucking grapple. And he has a bad chin. Cutelaba wins. I want to see Cutelaba versus the winner of Shogun Hua versus... Or Cutelaba versus OSP is good. Or Cutelaba versus the winner of Shogun versus Sam Alvey, which just got announced. Or I want to see Khalil Rountree versus Jim Crute. Or Khalil Rountree versus Tyson Pedro too. All guys coming off losses. Let's make it happen. They're all young. Let's make them fight each other. Gunnar Nelson, full camp's an absolute bullshit statement. He gets outlasted by Gilbert Burns. I'm going to cause a lot of dislikes on this video. I don't give a fuck, guys. I genuinely don't give a fuck. I'm just saying what really happened. I'm not sugarcoating things for guys who are fans of guys. Dislike the video all you want. I'm spitting fucking facts here. You should not be losing a 3rd round against a guy who has had a week to train for your fight. And you have had 8 weeks, Gunnar Nelson. You have had a full camp and you lost the 3rd round because you couldn't go hard enough against a guy who has had a week's notice to take you on from a lower weight class. Full camps must be bullshit. Good cardio is good cardio, regardless of how much time you have to get it ready. I feel like that's what's going to happen here. Gunnar Nelson loses. Gilbert Burns takes advantage. I picked Gunnar Nelson. And that's another embarrassment for myself. Mark Madsen got the win because why wouldn't he? He's an Olympian. And Danielo Bellardo is literally absolute dog shit. So, calls out Khabib. Calm the fuck down, okay? You just beat an absolute can. Shut your fucking mouth calling out Khabib for a second. Maybe call out Islam Makhachev. Even that would be a shut the fuck up moment, okay? Even you calling out Gregor Gillespie would be a shut the fuck up and slow your roll moment. Pump the brakes. Don't you dare call out Khabib after beating a fucking can who doesn't even deserve to be in the octagon because you had an event built around you. You shouldn't even be a co-main event. But it was a good win. And he's a good fighter. Jack Hermansson versus Cannonier. Hermansson was beating the shit out of him in the 1st round. Got a good grappling exchange. Was winning every moment. Won some stand-up exchanges. Took a few leg kicks, but was winning the stand-up exchanges as well. Cannonier catches him with a weird uppercut. I'm wrong again. Yeah. It was the night of the underdogs. And I picked 3 underdogs, and they all lost. Literally. I think every single underdog won. Dalby was an underdog. Prue was an underdog. Cutelaba underdog. Burns underdog. Madsen was a favourite, fair enough. Cannonier underdog. Underdogs I picked were Lando Venata, Brandon Davis, and Alessio De Chirico. He got robbed, but either way, I got fucked in my ass. Like and subscribe. I don't really know what else to say. Just mainly, probably you're going to dislike. I don't care. I'm in a mood. Okay? I'm in a fucking mood. I'm in my feelings right now. Okay? See you later. Click that button there. Goodbye. Oh yeah, Hermansson and Cannonier. Hermansson retired apparently, I heard. He shouldn't do that. He should face the loser of Gastelum versus Till. Or the loser of the title fight coming up next weekend. But Cannonier should fight Yoel Romero. Or the winner of Till versus Gastelum. Those are the options right now. See you later. Goodbye. Click that there. I just threw up a little bit in my mouth there. See ya. Fuck. Bye.